This is the Clorox Medium Room Air Purifier. I had a simple goal with it: make my home air feel cleaner without adding hassle. My first impression was that it's small and light enough to move around, but it doesn't feel flimsy. The design is straightforward, and the control panel is easy to understand without guessing what every icon means. I plugged it in, skimmed the manual for the safety notes and button functions, and got it running in a minute. Key features that stood out to me right away are the built-in auto mode, the 4 fan speeds, the ability to dim or shut off the display light, a control lock, a timer, and a clear readout of air quality. Auto mode is the default when it powers on. That means the purifier uses its sensor to read the air and manage the fan for you. From my experience, I didn't have to babysit it. When I cooked bacon and the smell drifted down the hall, the unit's light turned to a worse color, and the number on the display went up, and the fan ramped noticeably. After a while, the number dropped and the light eased back to a better color. That's the kind of set-it-and-forget-it behavior I want. The 4 manual fan speeds are helpful when I want to take control. On low, it's a soft hum. It's easy to watch TV or work without noticing it. Medium gives a steady whoosh that I can still tune out. High and max move a lot more air, which I use after frying food or when I let the windows open on a dusty day. It's not silent at the highest speed, but it's a clean airflow sound rather than a rattle or buzz. In my opinion, the noise profile is reasonable for the airflow you get. I care a lot about nighttime use. Bright LEDs and loud fans can ruin sleep. Here, the light can be dimmed or turned off completely, and that actually makes a difference. I keep the fan on the 2nd speed or auto and let the light go dark. The air still turns over and I can sleep without the glow. The control lock is another small but useful touch. If you press and hold the fan button for around 3 seconds, it locks the panel. From my experience, this prevents accidental taps when I dust or when I set something near the controls. Press and hold again to unlock. The timer is simple: 1 hour, 4 hours, or 8 hours. I hit 1 hour after cooking so it keeps scrubbing and shuts off on its own. I also use 4 hours when I leave the house, knowing it doesn't need to run all day. It's not complicated, and it does exactly what I expect. The air quality display deserves a quick explanation for anyone new to purifiers. You get a color ring that gives you a quick at-a-glance status, plus a numeric value on the panel. That number is basically the sensor's measured air quality level. Higher usually means more particles or pollutants, and lower means cleaner air. Having both has been more useful than I expected. The color is easy from across the room, and the number lets me see progress over time, like when it drops after I close the window and let the purifier work. Coverage is where I was most skeptical because the unit is so compact. The rated performance is straightforward. At maximum power, it can clean a 225 square foot room 5 times in an hour, or a 1,000 square foot area once in an hour. If you're new to this, that 5 times in an hour part is called air changes per hour. More changes mean the air gets cycled and cleaned more often, which is better for capturing dust, smoke, and odors. It's perfect for a bedroom, office, or a medium living room in my experience. In my apartment, I keep it in a roughly 200 square foot home office most of the time. The air feels fresher, the dust on my desk builds up slower, and I notice fewer lingering cooking smells when I leave the door open. Size-wise, it hits a sweet spot. It's about 8.74 inches wide, 8.74 inches deep, and 14.65 inches tall. That footprint fits on a small side table, a dresser, or under a window without crowding the space. I've moved it from the home office to the bedroom to the kitchen without it getting in the way. The body doesn't collect fingerprints, and it's easy to wipe down the top. From my experience, daily use is simple. I leave it in auto mode most of the time and let the sensor do the work. If I start cooking or I'm doing a quick clean with the vacuum, I bump it to a higher speed for an hour and then drop it back. When I'm on calls, I keep it on low or let auto figure it out. I like that I don't need an app, a login, or extra setup. Everything I need is on the top panel. There are some small things I appreciate that don't show up on the spec sheet. The fan ramp is smooth and doesn't jump harshly when the air quality changes. The light dimming actually goes all the way off, not just slightly less bright. The timer remembers its setting for the current run, so I don't have to tap multiple buttons every time. And the sensor feedback nudges me into better habits, like cracking a window before searing a steak or running a higher speed for a bit after guests leave. If you're new to air purifiers, the basics are straightforward. A purifier pulls in room air through a filter, traps particles like dust, pollen, or smoke, and pushes cleaner air back out. The more air it can move through the filter, the faster your space gets cleaned. That's why fan speed and room size matter. Auto mode uses the sensor to decide when to speed up or slow down, so you don't need to constantly adjust it yourself. The color ring and number keep you aware of what's happening without needing to guess. It's perfect for people who want cleaner air in bedrooms, home offices, nurseries, dorm rooms, or small apartments where space is tight. In my opinion, the combination of compact size, clear readouts, and a useful auto mode makes it easy to live with. From my experience, it handled cooking odors, everyday dust, and that musty feel after a rainy day in an older building. The effect isn't dramatic like flipping a switch, but within an hour or two I notice the room smells neutral and the display number sits in a healthier range. A couple of practical notes. The manual is worth reading for safety tips and proper use. It explains how the controls work and helps you get the most out of the timer, lock, and lighting. Also, if you want the fastest results, place the purifier where air can circulate. Don't tuck it tight into a corner or block the intake or outlet. Give it a little space to breathe, and it will perform better. I'd recommend this for anyone who wants a no-nonsense purifier that's simple to operate and strong for its size. If you have a medium room and you care about seeing exactly what the air quality is doing, this hits that need with both color and numbers. If you have a larger open layout, it can still help, especially if you let it run on a higher speed for longer, but you'll get the best efficiency in rooms closer to the 225 square foot range. In conclusion, the Clorox Medium Room Air Purifier has earned a spot in my daily routine. It's compact, it looks clean, it's easy to use, and the auto mode plus clear air quality feedback make it practical. It's not flashy, and that's what I like about it. It quietly does its job, and I don't have to think about it much after the first setup. If you want cleaner air without fuss, this is a solid pick. I'll leave the details about the Clorox Medium Room Air Purifier in the comments for you to check out. See you in the next video.